we want to welcome to the Robinson Show track and field athlete Ash Henderson. Hello, Ash. How's everything?
Hi. Good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the program. So every story has an upbringing. You began your career in your hometown of St. Louis. Now I know St. Louis has had football and the NFL, but we know St. Louis to be a baseball town. It's home of the St. Louis Cardinals. So tell me, what was the track and field scene like for you growing up in St. Louis? Was it something that people participated in, or was it kind of like something that was an afterthought?
Yeah, absolutely. Track and field is really big in St. Louis, Missouri. There's a lot of track leads or even Olympians like Jackie Joyner-Kersee and Dawn Harper who have come out of St. Louis themselves, from East St. Louis. So, track is definitely have a couple of people coming out of St. Louis that have made a really big mark and name for themselves in track and field. And again, those are people like Jackie Joyner-Kersee and Dawn Harper.
Okay, well that's right, because I forgot that Jackie Joyner was from the area, and I know Dawn Harper was a popular hurdler. I didn't know she was from the area as well, but you hit me up on something interesting right there. So with those two being from the area, then you coming from the area and being a part of the track and field legacy in the St. Louis area, you were a four-year letter winner in high school in your hometown in Missouri, and you posted personal best times in the 200 and in the 400, and also in the 100. You were part of a relay winning team at the state meets in 2013 and 2014. So just tell our audience what the high school experience was like in the St. Louis area.
Yeah, in high school, the competition was it was competitive, but not as competitive as areas like Texas and Florida and California. You know, those areas were a little more, it was a little more hot, and so you had a lot of good athletes coming out of those areas and those regions. But again, there were myself and a few other young ladies I ran with at that time that were really good, and so I had some competition. It wasn't really easy, but I was able though to have an amazing high school career, and was able to get a full ride scholarship to go to San Diego State.
All right, and then you transitioned from your high school career going into San Diego State University, where you were an All-American, and you were there all 4 years, and you did very well both indoor, outdoor, capturing the Mountain West Outdoor Track and Field Championships in the 100, 200, also in the 4x100 meter relay. What was the transition like coming from the Midwest and to the West Coast and being at San Diego State?
So, leaving the Midwest and going over to the West Coast, it was not a bad transition at all. Like I had an easy, fairly nice, thankfully nice transition. I think that was definitely part of the reason why my coaches and my family and I knew me going that far wasn't going to be probably a big deal, and no one was really nervous about me moving and leaving home and going so far away, because my personality and everyone who knows me would know Ash is going to be fine. That's totally her. She's going to be fine. But the transition was, like I said, fairly easy. I mean, I literally feel like I fit right on in. There was nothing that was necessarily challenging other than just getting used to different cultures. You know, the way that Californians and San Diegans, they live, and how things are and the norms and stuff there versus in the Midwest. And, it's just different cultures in different regions, so that was to be expected. So that was something I did have to adjust to, but it wasn't a hard transition at all. I mean, San Diego is an awesome city. It's full of friendly, nice people, so it wasn't like people were difficult, and then obviously there's nice weather. So I got it pretty easy. I didn't have a bad transition at all.
Well, definitely that easy transition that you had paid off, and it showed on the track when you excelled at San Diego State. You were the 2016, 2017, and 2018 Mountain West Women's Outdoor Track and Field Most Outstanding Performer, so you definitely were a star in the rise. Did you have any mentors during your time at San Diego State?
Oh, yeah. Several. I mean, just from starting with my head coach, Sheila Burrell. She's still a mentor to me to this day. So Definitely her, my academic advisor, sport advisor, Sabrina White. Oh my gosh. I mean, I had tons. Like, there were tons of people that I was able to make and still have substantial relationships with to this day, along the way at San Diego State, and like mentoring relationships. Like, that's what I'm most grateful for. Was one of my biggest takeaways from San Diego State, not just for my athletic career, but literally I was able to really create and maintain and sustain great relationships amongst a lot of people, and a lot of those people are mentors to me to this day.
That's very important to maintain those relationships. During your time at San Diego State, and your team, the Aztecs, made a run in the Mountain West Conference, and I'm looking at school records that you set, well, not just school records, but collegiate best. You set school records and collegiate best in the 60 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, and the 4x100 meter relay. What was the, in your opinion, what was the best event that you excelled in during your time at the university?
I would personally say that I excelled the most in, and the best in, would be the 100 meters, being the fact that I came out of high school running 11.8 or 11.9 consistently. And I went on to San Diego State, and I ran my first, I think it was like 11, I think my freshman year, I ended up running, I ran 400, and then I turned around like 30 minutes later, and they threw me in the 100, and I ended up turning around running like 11.2. Something that was like really shocking, and really shocking to my coaches. And ever since then, I've never seen a 400 again. I really was running the 100 and the 200 meters, and went on to then continue to excel in the 100 meters, running my personal best, which is 10.91. So I would like to say that the 100 is probably the best event that I probably excelled in the most, is being the fact of where I came from in high school with the 100. I mean, again, I was running 11.8, like, consistently in high school. Like, I never ran faster than, like, 11.8 in high school. And then I came to college, and with hard work and with, new training, new coaches and stuff, I dropped 2 seconds, ran 10.91. So that's pretty impressive, at least to me it is, being where I know I came from, or my times I know I came from. But, yeah, I would like to consider the 100 probably the best event that I've pretty much excelled in, at least an impressive acceleration in.
Not only did you fulfill all your athletic endeavors at San Diego State, but you also stayed all 4 years, and you graduated. And what did you earn your degree in?
I got my degree in the studies of communication. I was looking to study law. So I was doing, like, pre-law stuff, and I came into San Diego State as a freshman, like, had my head set on wanting to go to law school. But college, that quickly changed, actually. College would do that to you, and I actually started to figure out what it is I liked and what I didn't like, and the field of communication was more what I was leaning towards.
Okay, can you just explain to our audience, like, what the field of study that you graduated in, what does that consist of?
Yeah, so, I mean, the field of communication is pretty broad. It's like kind of similar to journalism a little bit, but they definitely have their different angles and the fields that are a little different. But the field of communication, I mean, you just pretty much study communication and study everything that has anything to do with type of communication. I absolutely enjoyed studying communication. I got to learn a lot. Communication is way more complex than, it's not as seamless as we make it seem, and it's way more complex than what it is. So, yeah, just basically the field of communication just goes really, really in depth on communication and the root of communication and how that has an effect on everything in our lives. Not even just verbal communication, but it can be like nonverbal. And yeah, so I study communication along with studying sign language along with it. Yeah.
All right, awesome to hear. And so after you graduated from San Diego State, you had your first, you made your professional debut at the Athletics World Cup in London in 2018. You won the 100 meter dash, that race took place at Olympic Stadium in London, and you went up in a talented field that included the Olympic gold medalist from Jamaica, Elaine Thompson. What was that experience like, having your first professional race in London against an Olympic champion?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to take away. I didn't actually even realize what was done until once I was gone and left London, like on the plane and back in the States already. Because for me, I like to just go out and compete, and just like my number one thing is I'm trying to win. I don't care what time I run. I want to win. So I knew that I was going to be running in a really competitive field with a bunch of great women as well. And so I didn't, I was nervous, of course, but I knew that, I was just as good, and I came in with confidence, and I just wanted to win. And I was going to run whatever way I could to make it to the line first. And that's all I focused on. And I didn't care about times. I didn't even really care too much about who was in the lanes next to me. Once I got out there, it was just like, I just want to win. So that's all I focused on. So I was happy that I won. But then once I realized, again, after I'm already gone from London, I just didn't understand I started to understand, how impactful that was. That was my first race. That was on a really big, platform, and it was with an Olympic gold medalist, and it doesn't take away from her at all. Like, everyone who knows track and field or just sports in general, everyone has good days. Everyone that doesn't have good days, you win some, you lose some. Doesn't take away how incredible she is as an athlete and all of her success. But it did help me to see that I am just as talented and I could be just as great or better as all of these women, and to not be afraid and fearful. Because, if anybody saw that heat sheet before going out and having to compete, you would have been extremely intimidated. So it's like, I'm glad that I was able to, or hopefully able to, set an example for other younger athletes to just, you may be the newbie out there, but you're not there for no reason. You're there for a reason, too. So, yeah.
All right, awesome. And then you took that experience that you had in the 2019 IAAF World Relays in the women's 4x100 meter relay. You were a member of Team USA. You were alongside All-Americans Micaiah Briscoe, also Desiree Bryant, and Aaliyah Hobbs. And you ladies won first place, and with a time of 42.51 seconds. So that had to have been interesting, and that took place in Yokohama, at Nissan Stadium in Yokohama, Japan. So just tell our audience what that experience was like, just teaming up with those All-Americans in their own right.
That was my first World Relays. It was exciting. First of all, being in Tokyo, where the Olympics were going to be held this year, was exciting. It was exciting. Being there and with those ladies on that relay, it was so much fun. Fun is like the headline for World Relays in Yokohama. It was so fun. Those ladies made it fun. We did nothing but just have fun. It wasn't difficult working with those ladies. We got our work in at practice, and we were out in the streets in Tokyo having a good time, and then when we was ready to take care of business, we did it, and we did it with having fun. So having fun led us to an even better victory, because it was fun for us. It wasn't super overwhelming, and we went out there just to have fun. So that was a pretty cool experience. Actually, probably one of my top 5 best experiences with my overseas travel.
Yeah, it's always great to hear, especially if there's nothing better than you're having fun, a job that you enjoy doing, and you have other people that have the same mission and purpose. It always makes it even sweeter. Can you tell our audience just a little bit about what you do with your YouTube channel?
So with my YouTube channel, I decided to start a YouTube channel to have another outlet and platform that be myself, and gain following of those who are interested in track and field and fitness and just that sort. So what I use my YouTube channel for is definitely for vlogging, and then just stuff about I'm still a normal person and a human. I like to just go ahead and give people a little bit of the ins and out of our lives, but I try to do the best that I can to just kind of give people no, this is real, this is my authentic self, this is our life. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for me to open up like that too, because I'm really like a private person. So being that I'm YouTubing and kind of like letting people in my space that I'm like so guarded on, it was difficult at first, but I actually really enjoy it now because it has helped educate a lot of people. It's cool to see that it is educating. Now I guess I have an educational purpose platform, but YouTubing is fun. It's cool.
Tell our audience now where they can find you, Ash, on social media. And if you have a website, let them know that as well.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram and Twitter. Both at names are I am simply Ash. Yep, that's me on social media, and my YouTube channel is linked in both my Twitter and Instagram bio, so you can find that easily there. And yeah, just follow, like, subscribe, hit me in my DM. I'm always responding and talking to people through my DMs because I love to. I love to talk and help people as much as I can. So yep, that's me.
Well, you heard it from her. She's Ash Henderson. She's a track and field athlete. She did her thing in high school, and she did her thing in college. Also doing her thing and spreading her wings and doing big things with the YouTube channel as well. Ash, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us on The Robinson Show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.